Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Samsung X900 Ultrabook. We're just going to do a quick little tear down, pretty much how to just open it up, see what's upgradable, and just take a little quick look inside, okay? Alright, so the first thing you want to do, of course, is to pop up the back cover, and that's just with all these screws here. So let's do that first. Okay, so once you got the cover off, you can kind of see what's going on here. It looks like here's the RAM here. You can actually do removable ones. There's a hard drive right here. It's one of those mSATA ones. Here's the battery. Of course, before you touch anything, you definitely want to make sure you take out the battery here. At least just remove the connector. Just like that. Okay? Once you get it out, then you can kind of remove other things. It looks pretty straightforward. There are just a few cables here. You can see we have removable RAM here. You can pull up. Looks like there's 2 channels. These are 2 4 gig sticks that they give you pre-installed already. But yeah, so that's there. There's Wi-Fi card, processor, GPU. There's the fan. Here's the hard drive that goes right here. So you can pop it up. It looks like it's mSATA, so it's one of those smaller ones that you have to fit, not the M.2 drives, but this is a little bit smaller than that. It's a little bit thicker. So you can't replace that. You just have to get a special one. Here's the M.2 drive right here. So I guess if you want to add a little bit more storage, you can see it's under the battery right here. Let me show you right there under the battery. There's a slot that you can put it on right there. Okay, so now we're going to tear down the motherboard and the rest of the components. So let's take out the battery first. You can see there's screws all around here. Just take it out. Okay, so once you take out the battery, you want to make sure you take out all the connections here. So there's the keyboard, the backlight, the trackpad. There's a few speaker ones. Just try to go over it. I like to just start one end and then go my way around. So let's go to the speaker. The CMOS. And here's the little keyboard. Just be gentle. There's nothing that should take any type of force. Okay, when it looks like all of them are up, then you can just start unscrewing. You can see here these are 2 separate boards. This is a sister board, and this connects. That's this little bridge right here that connects to this board. So we're just going to be removing this board. We don't really need to remove this one. We're just going to kind of show you what's going on here. Alright, and you can see here there's 3 more screws holding it down. This is pretty much the LCD hinge. Make sure you get the last bit. Okay, so it does look like we have to remove the heatsink because it's still holding it down. I don't like removing that, but if you have to remove the board, you don't really have much of a choice, do you? Just lift very carefully because there's always some type of connection somewhere. Okay. This is kind of the back of it. You can take out the Wi-Fi card there. This is it. Okay, so once you get all that removed, there's 2 more things you can take out. You can take out the RAM. Let's show you how to do that. Pretty simple. Just take off the tips there on the left and right side, just like that. Here's the other one. Okay, and there is a bunch of screws that go around the heatsink, so let's take that up. After that, you can just use your fingernail and just grab up the tip on one of the edges here, and it should pop up. There you go. There's some thermal pads. There's some thermal paste, and there's pads right there. Sometimes if you leave it behind, you can see there's a thermal pad right here, which is basically attached to here, but it just came up this time. If you're replacing anything, if you're replacing a board, you must make sure you remove the old If you are replacing a board, make sure you take off all the thermal pads that were in the same exact place and place them exactly the way they were. It's very important, and it's better to use the pad than to put actual thermal paste on where the thermal pads were before. You can put thermal paste, of course, on the processor and GPU unless there was a pad there itself. So just whatever the factory did, that's what you just want to redo exactly the same way. Alright, so we're going to put some, let's clean this off and put some fresh thermal paste on, okay? You can put it back in the board now. Best way to do it is just to go up and make sure you're not covering. I like to go in like this because you're going to see the little slots. You just want them to match up over here. And just make sure it sits. It shouldn't be wobbly or anything. It should sit just the way it was before. The last step we want to put in the battery. We're actually be putting in a new battery here, so it might seem a little bit different. This one. Always make sure you plug in the battery last. And that's it. So thanks guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content that's coming your way. I hope you did enjoy this video. Be sure with your friends too, and you guys have a good one. Alright, thanks a lot.